Alright everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video I'm going to show you some tips and tricks to help you out early game and beyond. In this particular situation here, I'm going to show you that you can make lots of money early game and it doesn't take that much to do. So what you're going to need is, first of all, you're going to need to bring a companion with you because they're going to need to carry some stuff for you. But you can carry bottles. They're everywhere. Any empty bottle whatsoever that you can get, and you can turn this into purified water. So if you don't have the resources to build or the levels to build the large purifiers, which you won't have in early game, what you can do is collect as many bottles as you possibly can, and then what you can do is you can switch your game to survival mode. Come in here. As you can see, I'm on normal. Now the reason you're gonna need your companion is because you take damage when you're encumbered. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick. Whoops. Put that back on survival. It'll save. Tell you that you're gonna have issues. And then what you can see that I have a lot of empty bottles. Beer bottles, alcohol bottles, milk bottles, beer Gwinnett bottles, which you can find those anywhere, and plus any Nuka-Cola bottles that you drink, you'll get empty bottles. So as you can see, I brought a bunch. The easiest place to find a purified water source is you go back to Vault 111, come in here, fill your bottles, and it'll tell you which bottle is removed, and you just sit here and spam it. And it'll continuously add purified water. And then what you do is you give it to Nick, because you won't be able to fast travel when you're full until you get your the certain perk all the way filled, which I do have. But in survival you can't fast travel. Once you're done filling your bottles, you can switch back to whatever mode you were in, easy, normal, hard, whatever. And then you can travel to any of the traders. Now, once you have local leader, you can make your own traders in your village. But the easiest place to go to is Sanctuary when Carla is there, or you go down the road to the Drumlin Diner. Once you've killed the raiders that are trying to extort her, she will become an available trader and you can trade to her. But you can also go to Diamond City, but if you just started off and you haven't gone that far, you won't be able to go there and trade right away. So the other thing is once you get local leader, the most caps out of all of the trading booths will be the clothing store. She has anywhere, or that person will have anywhere from 300, I've seen almost up to 800 caps to buy things from you. So between the 4 traders, clothing, armor, weapons, and the clothing, you can get quite a few. Also, while waiting for any purifiers that you have that give you water until you can get the bigger ones. If you have the DLCs and stuff, you can get the water towers, which produce anywhere from 10 to 40. But I can't remember how high of a level you have to do to get the big one. Plus, you might not have the resources. So I found this is the easiest way, because you can loot quite a bit of stuff between getting to Diamond City, all around Sanctuary. And you can just come back over here, fill your bottles. Now, if you're playing in survival mode, of course, there is another way to make it easier on yourself. So your companions, when you put stuff in their inventory, they will have a fill limit just like you. And if you can put clothes on them that are pocketed, which again, early game, you're not going to have this option, they will carry a little bit more. But they have an unlimited fill capacity. So all you do is find a container. Let's see, where's their container? Is the milk fridge? So the fridge here, and you can literally put everything in the container and then just tell them to pick it up. I've had my companions carrying 10,000 pounds worth of stuff without any issues. The only problem I've had is dog meat won't do that anymore. I haven't tested whether or not he'll pick stuff up out of containers, but if it's laying on the ground, he'll just pick it up and bring it to you. So he doesn't pick it up like he used to and just put it in his inventory. But as far as I know, he might do it if it's in a container. But like I said, I've had my companions, I've gone out looting for materials to build stuff, and I've had them carrying 10,000 pounds. Not an issue. It's just how patient are you and how much stuff do you want to put in. So you can overload yourself, put it in a container. I'll go to places like Corvega plant, kill all the raiders, pick up all their gear, pick up all their guns, give it to my companion, and then continue looting, and just continue looting and continue looting. And then eventually I come back, take it all out of their inventory, put it in my workbench, and then scrap whatever I want to scrap. Which again can take a little bit of time, but junk stuff, you know, it'll automatically deduct whatever materials you need to build. I have found this is the quickest way to get whatever materials I need to build early game. Whatever equipment I need, whatever upgrades I need to do to my base. A majority of my building materials come from this, and as you put points in your perks, there are... see if I can find it. There is a perk that allows you to, when you scrap stuff, it will give you extra parts off your guns, like screws. Normally at the beginning it's just steel. Well, you can also get wood, screws, springs, all that stuff later on after you level up that perk. I just don't remember which one. Here it is, Scrapper. So you can salvage. So level 1 gives you waste not, want not. You can salvage uncommon components like screws, aluminum, and copper when scrapping weapons and armor. And as you go up, it'll get better. Circuitry, nuclear material, fiber optics. Boom. Go up again, and it'll give you even more. So the better this perk is, the more stuff you get. And then if I remember right, local leader, you get workstations on level 1. Right with just 1 point, and you just need 6 points in charisma. And if you were smart when you do your levels at the beginning, you'll max out charisma, because as you run into NPCs, you can convince them to give you more caps when they ask you to do missions. And I maxed mine out, and every single person I have talked to, even when it's red, so you can ask them like 4 times. It'll be white, yellow, red. I've gone all the way into the red with maxed out charisma and gotten 400 caps to do missions for these people. And a lot of them are pretty easy. So you can do all these things to help yourself out. And as you can see, I don't even know how many bottles I had. I had a lot. So I've gone through quite a few already, but I'm still way beyond filling up. I must have 300-400 of them. Right? So let's see what my aid is. So right now I've got 127 purified water. I had 18 on me when I got in here at the beginning of the video. So you can just keep doing this. And then go to your, if you have local leader 1, build a trading station, or clothing, or whichever ones that will allow you to build. Sell them the water bottles, or go over to the diner and sell them the water bottles. Sell the bottles to Trash Can Carla, the purified water that is. And if I remember right, it's like 11 caps per bottle, or is it 22? I can't remember. We will go check here in a minute and I'll show you. I'm not going to fill all my bottles, but I'm going to show you. If you can get 200 water bottles, you can get quite a bit of caps. And once you've explored a little more, like between the diner, mice traders, I have traders at 2 different settlements just because it brings up the happiness and I can get money. So I have 4 at my sanctuary capital. I have 4 at my warehouse manufacturing over at the Starlight Drive. Then I do Trash Can Carla. I go to the diner. I go and trade all at Diamond City. And eventually you will make your way all the way to the east and you'll unlock Bunker Hill. There's also traders there. And there's another trader that doesn't show up on the map, out on the edge of the map back here. I believe it's back here. He doesn't carry much, he doesn't sell much, and he doesn't usually have a lot of caps. And it can be a little dangerous when you go back there. You might run into some the bears and stuff like that, but it's another option. I've found so far the easiest way is just go over here to the diner, sell them water, and they refill their inventory. It's once a day or once every 2 days. I believe it's once a day for their money, and usually it's about 300 to 400 caps. But when you do a clothing trader, which I'll show you that when we go back to Sanctuary, I'll show you that my clothing trader can have quite a few. I've seen her have 700, almost 800 caps every time I talk to her, almost every single day. Clear out their money. In 2 days you got 1,400 caps, and you can go buy supplies, meds, whatever you need. It's quite nice to do this until you get your levels up and you have the materials to build your water purification plant, which I have an actual water purification treatment plant. I have a bunch of them. I make 237 bottles, or 237 water in my settlement. So I get close to 237 bottles a day. I believe it is. I could be wrong on the per day thing, but it's quite a bit. So I make most of my money off of selling the food from the place when people are growing it, and then I pick it. My water. I sell guns. I sell armor. All this stuff. And with the ability to fill your companions, you don't even have to pick it up. You can literally just tell them, you know, check that body, check that cabinet, pick this up, pick that up. It all depends on how patient you are on going and getting them to pick it up. It can take some time. If you've got, like right now, I think I have 1,400 pounds on me. If I put all of that in a box, he picks up one item at a time. See, look, I just got fatigue because I'm tired. If I run around and I'm over encumbered, I'll take a little bit of damage. It's not a lot. But in survival, you won't be able to run around. But like I said, once you get your bottles full, you can switch back to normal. Give your guy all your weight, and then go back, fast travel back to your towns or wherever you have a trader. So let's see, how many do I have now? I'm up to 219 bottles of purified water. And I still have quite a few to go. So let's just do a few more. We'll fast travel back to my town, and I'll show you how much money I can get off of selling these bottles. And it's still way faster than any of my water purifiers. Now granted, I didn't go absolutely crazy on the water purifiers. Like, I didn't fill the whole river, because I have a indoor greenhouse on one side of the bridge, and my water purification treatment plant is on the other. But I believe I have 6 of the big ones, and 8 or 9 or maybe 10 of the medium-sized ones. And it's still, I have to wait a couple days or a day or two to fill my bench with enough water. Alright, that should be enough. So now I have to remember how to get back out. As you can see, I'm still in survival mode. Which way was it? This way. Now granted, I am fully maxed out on, I can run, and it takes my action points to run, but I can also fast travel. So technically I could go back to my settings, and as soon as I'm outside I can just fast travel. Oops. That was a mistake. Alright, now we go up top. And I'll go back to town and I'll show you how much money you can make off of selling these. It's a lot. I think 200 bottles will get you pretty close to 1,200 caps. I'm not positive on the number. We'll find out real quick. But I have 4 traders, and I believe Trash Can Carla is there right now. I don't remember. She was there when I went by on the way to the vault. So, like I said, you can go over to the diner. It's not that far, just south of Trash Can Carla. As you can see, my town's well lit. I've done quite a bit of work to my capital town. Oh, I might not be able to get inside. Here, easy way to get inside. Oh, I must be outside build area. I didn't put a door in over. There we go. I just pick this up, walk inside, hit circle to back out, and boom. So now I have 2 bartenders, I have a doctor, I have a clothing store. Oh, let me show you the... So this is why I started doing this, is my water treatment plant. I need to give him some weight.
Hey.
Let me give him some weight real quick. Oh, he's already got a bunch of stuff on him.
Something you
Never
need?
mind. Oh, here, I can show you. He's full. Let me find a container real quick. That's easy to get to. This one should be easy
Flux
to
of
get.
data is hard to process. Apologies if sometimes I make little sense.
I should have a container in the police station. I have a box in here. I do not have a box in here. That's fine. I'll put this down real quick. So you can do this. Come in here. Give all your junk in the box. And as you can see, it was full.
See what I can do.
Grab anything useful.
Can do.
The easiest way to do this is usually have your gun out. He'll pull a weapon out and then tell him to get close.
Over here.
Count on it.
And
Check
then
it out.
Think that's out of reach.
It is not. Quit lying.
See if there's anything there.
I don't think I can get there.
Move here.
Can't get to it.
Here.
Good plan.
As you can see, they get a little glitchy, but I found what if you get close as possible with both of them.
Take
there,
anything good.
Keep him in view. And after he picks up the first item,
Grab that.
If sense could fly,
I don't understand what his
Get
problem
that.
is.
think that's out of reach.
Really?
Head over there.
Done and done.
Pick that up.
Count on it.
There he goes. You pick
Grab
it up,
anything useful.
and then you can
Can
spam
do.
it.
Check it out.
Sure thing.
See if there's anything there.
Done and done.
Take
The only
anything
bad part
good.
is he'll
Count on
continue
it.
to try
Grab
to pick
that.
things up, even if
Plan.
it's empty.
Get that.
Count on it.
Pick that up.
And if you
Good
get your
plan.
timing right,
Take
you
that.
can do this fairly
Sure
quick.
thing.
Grab anything useful.
And then just walk
Done
forward and look.
done.
Check it out.
Can do.
See if there's anything there.
But if you have 10,000 pounds
Take
worth
anything
of
good.
stuff in
Sure
here,
thing.
Grab that.
Can do.
it will take you
that.
quite a while
Count
to pick
on
it
it.
all up.
Pick that up.
Good
When
plan.
his inventory is
Take that.
empty and you
Done
tell him to
and
pick
done.
stuff off of a dead
Grab anything
raider,
useful.
he'll take everything
thing.
that's on the raider all at once.
Check it out.
But he
Good
won't
plan.
take anything you add to it all at
See
once.
if there's anything there.
So there's a little bit of
Done
a
and done.
problem with that.
Take anything
I
good.
wish he would take
Count
everything
on
on
it.
him, but
Grab
he does
that.
not.
Can do.
So as you can see, it's empty, and he's still trying to pick stuff up.
Always there when I need you.
Hey.
Do something for you.
And now you can see he's carrying all of the bottles, plus more. But his inventory is completely full. And as you can see, he's got a lot on him. And if I pick it all
Yeah.
up, here,
Heads up.
since I can move, watch this.
I'm
Is
all
this worth
ears.
anything? This roller ball.
I'm now carrying 1,000 pounds. I had 458 pounds, so he was carrying way more than he could.
It's very confusing.
So now I'm going to show you my water treatment plant. This is my water treatment plant. I have 4 big ones here, a 5th one there. These are all my medium ones, and I have a water tower as well. And as you can see, I'm producing 273 water from my water treatment plant. Quite a bit. I've already cleared out my bench for water, so it'd be hard to show you how much I'm going to show you how much I can get off of selling to a trader. It looks like Trash Can Carla has already left. Preston's just standing there.
Is this a better time for that talk?
Alright, so we're going to have to travel over to the diner because it's nighttime and it'll just be easier that way. Instead of trying to sleep and fast forward. But the trader, she's open 24/7. She never sleeps. They don't have a house. They don't have any beds. This is why I like this trader. She's always there 24/7. Whereas your traders will go to bed, or you might have to put a bell up to ring them in. So as you can see, she's always here.
Excuse me.
I can rest easy knowing that Wolfgang is rotten in hell. Thank you.
And when you come by here the first
Do you
time,
need
there will be
anything?
2 raiders outside. Wolfgang,
I've got a few minutes to
and
browse.
All
a
salvage.
partner. Take them out,
Nothing's
and she
done.
becomes an available trader. And you can do that right away. Alright, so I have 244. Look at that. 2,684 caps for 244 purified water. And she only has 339, but you can clear her out. And then if you go look at their junk, you can probably buy empty bottles for next to nothing. Let's see, I don't know if they do sell bottles. There's a liquor bottle right there. 3 caps. So you could technically buy all her empty bottles for next to nothing, and your purified water sells for 11 caps per. So it's kind of like a stock trading thing. And then of course you can come in here and buy stuff. Now granted, some of this stuff can be pretty expensive, like copper. I use a lot of copper for my electricity and all my build stuff that requires it, but I get copper and stuff off of scrapping my guns. So it's very efficient for me to just get purified water, scrap guns, and scrap all my gear that I get off of raiders and stuff. I always grab their metal gear because it's a quick and easy way to get metal. Because as you can see, steel costs me $1,100, but I've gotten my perks up to where it's cheaper for me, plus the books the comic books that I've grabbed. I still haven't got them all, so it's still kind of expensive. But I mean, I got 22,000 caps on me right now, and I could make another 2,000 just by selling her my water. Well, not 2,000 from her, but 339 from her right now. And then I can sit here and wait real quick, and I'll go back and show you what my clothing store lady does. Now, what I will do is I'll put up a bell that gathers all of your traders into one area. Oh, look, there's Trash Can Carla. So she has 339.
Carla.
What? Need to pick something up? Road's pretty long from here.
Oh, the raiders are attacking. I'll grab everything these guys have.
Oh, someone should make use of it.
So
Hey,
usually
Carla.
after Carla
Hey
leaves
there.
your sanctuary,
Ready?
she'll come here.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Yeah,
So
yeah, keep your shirt on.
I can make $3.39 off of her. I can make $4.39 off of her. You just back it up until you're close to $4.93. That's close enough. She gets a little bit extra. Boom, she's empty. Come in here,
I got a store to
take
run
all
here.
her money.
You gonna buy?
Now, if I would have
Let's see
filled
what you got.
every water
All
bottle I
salvage.
have,
But nothing's junk.
I would have probably close to 7-8 grand off of just filling water bottles and switching my game mode. Here we go. I still got 199. It's not hard to take all their money. They don't usually have that much. That's good enough. I'll leave her with 3 caps or 9 caps. We'll go back to Sanctuary real quick. Actually, we can go to my warehouse real quick, which is right across the street. Get out of the way, Nick. I'm still too heavy to run, but the Starlight's literally right here. This is why I made my manufacturing warehouse over here for all my ammo, guns, clothes, food processors. All this stuff is here because she's right there. I can buy building supplies from her. I can buy building supplies from my guy. And then just north of that diner is a cattle salesman. Her name is Kelly. And Kelly sells Brahma bulls for 100 caps. And I send them here. So this is my fertilizer plant. I also make robots here, and they're the ones who guard everything out front. That's the only door into the place back there. They always get raided. I always get raided out front. So my sentry bots and all that stuff. Check her out. So here's... Oh, that's the wrong one. My clothing person.
Hey,
You looking for something to wear?
I'll take a look. Sure.
Great.
Look at that. 726 caps off of just this one trader. So if you have 2 settlements, there's like what 3 or 4 settlements just around Sanctuary that once you get them aligned, Starlight, all you have to do is kill the mole rats. Once you've killed the mole rats, then this place is yours. You don't have to do any missions like you do for. So you have Sanctuary, you have Starlight, and you have the Abernathy Farm. You have to do a mission for these guys to get them aligned with you, right? So you have 3 places that you can build that will get you the ability to put up traders. But as you can see, she had 726.
Excuse me.
What can I get you?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Let me know what you'd like.
This guy has 264.
Hey there.
I'm sure I have something you need.
And this
I'll
guy
take a look.
here,
Sure.
Let me
I
know
like
what you
having the traders here because then I can buy shipments. And I'm not sure if it's determined by who or where you put them, but as you can see, you can get most of the stuff you need. And he's right in your area. Granted, he doesn't have a lot of money. Most of the traders are usually about 3 to, I think most I've ever seen is about 400 from them. But the clothing lady, she always has a bunch. I have seen her as low as 300. Look, I only needed 35 to clear him out.
Excuse me.
Not many doctors around these days. Should let me take a look at you.
Patch me up, Doc.
Now go over your symptoms.
No, I don't want to do that.
That was it.
All right.
I meant to
Don't
trade.
ruin my hard work by dying out there.
Come on.
Hi.
I can patch you up if you need it.
Uh-huh. Could use some supplies, actually.
Let's see what I can spare.
Oh, look at her. The clinic also does high caps. So clothing and clinic. I didn't know the clinic went that high. I've never seen it that high. That's the first time. But, I mean, there's 1,400 caps just between those two traders. And I didn't have to go anywhere. So now you can see I'm up to 2,500 or 25,000 caps just off of selling water. And it was easy to get, and I still have a bunch of bottles left. And this is my manufacturing plant. I'm also going to do a video that shows, this is my Vault-Tec lunchbox maker. And my Vault-Tec lunchbox maker provides me with, this isn't everything you get, but I also get plastic forks, I get metal forks, or metal utensils, plastic utensils, I get pencils, which gives me wood and gives me lead, and I get a bunch of plastic off of pens and the utensils to help me make my own ammo. Right? The forks and stuff give you steel. This thing right here is full of, I believe it's 100 lunch boxes, 76 lunch boxes. And what I do is this manufactures them. Once I get to 100, I don't need it to manufacture them anymore. I stand on this pressure plate, it turns everything on, and then I have to turn that switch on over there, and it will open that up. They'll filter out. I use a machete, and I stand here and I break them open. Once they're open, it goes into here, separates the lunch boxes, which goes through this elevator, goes back, goes around, goes up that elevator, goes into the hopper. Once they go through the hopper, it can repair them. It's not 100% repair rate, but I think out of 10 launch boxes, I might have 2 that don't repair, and the ones that don't repair, you just let them keep going through, and eventually it will repair them. And then my separator pulls all this stuff into here, which I can sell. I get noodle cups for food. I get Dandy Boy apples for food. I get bubble gum. I get gumdrops. I can sell all that stuff. I can turn baseballs into grenades or use them in my baseball launcher. I get Nuka-Colas. I have seen there's a potential you can get fusion cores. I've never gotten one, but I know that you can. I don't remember the percentage rate. It's probably pretty low of what you can get, but these things you get pretty often. And then of course there's all the plastic utensils, the pens and pencils, which is how I get my lead. And these are items that come out quite often out of the lunchbox. I don't think I have a... Yeah, I don't have my... I'm pretty sure I don't have my... But I'm going to do a video that shows how all that works and how I set this up. But I also have ammo machines, pyrotechnics, energy weapons, heavy weapons, regular weapons, food processor, armor maker, clothing. As you can see, they're all labeled. And stuff like that. And then I love the pyrotechnics machine because as you can see, it's foggy right now. And with all the stuff that I make, I put a mortar machine down, fireworks mortar. And let's see, where is, there it is. Take one of these. Put a clear weather mortar in here. Oh man, I have a lot of stuff on me. And of course, it's in the W's. I don't remember which category it's in. There it is. Put that in there, back out. And now it's clear. Love that thing. Also, if you have traders in your base, if you have any villagers that don't have a job, they will spend money at your traders. So I've been gone from my base for probably a day and a half. And I have 37 in there. So I have probably 2 or 3 at Sanctuary that don't have jobs. Everybody here has a job. But over at some of my other settlements, I have 13 there. Usually there's 20 there. There's only like 4 or 5 people that do food just to keep them happy. And everybody else spends money. I've come back to my base and there's been 500 to 1,000 caps in that bench. This is where Kelly's, one of the spawns for Kelly to buy your bulls. And as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cows here. And I can go over there almost every day and she's standing there. I don't have to wait for these because this can take up to a week's game time for these to spawn in. Like, you know, you can get your random ones, but it's easier for me to just go over there, spend 100 caps. And since I don't go to the other sides of the maps, I'm over here building or doing whatever. As long as I stay on this side of the map, she usually always spawns over there. Almost every single day. So that's a couple tips and tricks that I've learned. I'm gonna put in a couple other ones that I have figured out, and those will be with no commentary, so you'll just see them. And I hope you enjoy. If you can remember to leave a like, and if you enjoyed it enough, you want to see more, consider subscribing. And you guys have a great day. I will talk to you later.